Now on the show, I want to take a bit of a look at a film, an interesting film that's out at the moment that really, really surprised me. It's a Danish film. It's called A Taste of Hunger, and it's from director Christopher Boe. Now, as you will know, if you've listened to this show for a number of years, I've not always been a big fan of when films try to mix the culinary arts with cinema. A lot of them I find become very boring and just don't work. But A Taste of Hunger is not one of those films. A Taste of Hunger is a film where the culinary arts and the cinematic arts come together in a very, very special way. The film centers around a kind of power couple of the Danish scene, a cooking scene. There's Carsten, played by Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, and Maggie, played by Katrine Gress Rosenthal. Now, they're married. They met one night when Carsten was working for his brother at a party cooking food, and nobody liked the food. Maggie goes into the kitchen and starts talking to Carsten, and together they try to save the party. They end up married, and now we find them married with 2 kids and running a restaurant. Now, they are working very, very hard to try and get a Michelin star, and on the night where this film is set, everything seems to go wrong. Carsten realizes that one of their diners was most likely a Michelin star judge, and bad food went to him. Carsten falls to pieces. Maggie sets about trying to find this judge and getting him back to their restaurant to try the food again. At the same time, though, a letter is sent to Carsten telling him that his wife is in love with somebody else. And it's through that moment that we also see some flashbacks, and we realize that Maggie has been having a relationship with Frederick, a close friend of Carsten's, played by Charlie Gustafson. Now, this film, I think why it works is because Christopher Boe, who wrote this with Tobias Lindholm, mixes the cooking elements of the film into the film's plot very, very well. So often these films feel like you've got a plot and they've just put cooking into it to try and appeal to a certain kind of audience. This film doesn't feel like that. This film feels like you're in that world. Even if you don't like cooking and you aren't a fan of things like MasterChef, you're going to enjoy this film, I think, because of the suspense and the thriller aspect to it. You can't help but like the characters of Carsten and Maggie, and you don't really need to know a lot about cooking to go into this film and enjoy it. It's kind of self-explanatory what a Michelin star is and what it means to Carsten. But also what I like about these characters is that they're not black and white characters. There's elements of Carsten that people are not going to like, even though he's supposed to be the hero of the story and the guy that you're barracking for. There's things that you see during this film where you're like, man, you take your cooking way too seriously and mistreat your family sometimes. It is a strong, powerful film. There's some great twists and turns all the way through this film as well. The performances, though, of Katrine Gress Rosenthal and Nikolaj Coster-Waldau is absolutely amazing. They are in award-winning form with this film. This film is one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5. If you like a good kind of slow burn thriller, then definitely go and check out this film out. Even the performances of the 2 leads is absolutely fantastic. And if you love Danish cinema or Scandinavian cinema, you're going to love this one. So go and check it out. 4.5 out of 5.